Welcome to Doomspace. We're looking at Welcome to Doomspace. This system, as indicated by the name, is doomed. And it's not just my poor... What? No. No one cares. Okay. It's not just my... This is how the system's set up. No. It's doomed. Okay, shut up. Doomspace. Okay, fine. Okay, there. You happy? Yes, I know it's hard to see because the system is doomed. There's no sun. I apologize. So, Doomspace. Thousands of years ago, a war between gods and primordials ended with all the gods being banished from Doomspace. After the war, the primordials encased the system in a crystal sphere that kept the gods at bay. After being kept out for eons, the gods finally found a way to shatter the crystal sphere. The destruction of the sphere filled the outermost region of Doomspace with crystalline shards as big as asteroids. Various factions have tried to harvest the crystal, only to find that it can't be chipped or broken by any magic or force known. What happened next isn't known for a fact, but speculation abounds. Some say the gods appeared before the leaders of Freen and Malice and demanded to be worshipped. When they were rebuked, the gods vented their fury by collapsing the sun, leaving behind a spiraling vortex called the Eye of Doom. So that's one rumor. Another rumor is done by those who don't believe gods exist, and they turn to ancient myths for explanation. They say perhaps the sun was slain by an angry primordial foe, or perhaps the sun was just the shell of a great dragon's egg that finally hatched, and the so-called Eye of Doom is simply the maw of the hungry hatchling that will devour everything in the system. One thing is known for sure. Without the sun, all life in the system will die. If we look here, I have changed the background for better contrast. Thank you very much. I'll go back to what it looks like in reality at the end of... Shut up. I'm the one doing the magic. They can't even hear you. So, this is a representation of the Eye of Doom. The Eye of Doom is the remains of the sun. Again, nobody's really sure what it is. It could just simply be a black hole or something much, much worse. The only thing that's known for sure is that anything that goes in there has never come back out. So this swirling lightless vortex is slowly pulling the system's planets, moons, and all of the crystal shards into it. Each orbit around the eye brings Volt, Freen, Malice, and the 9 moons of N closer to the vortex. The closest thing to the Eye of Doom is Volt. Volt was one of Fireen's moons, until it was ripped from the planet's orbit by the Eye of Doom. It's now the closest object to the swirling vortex, and is probably just a few weeks away from being gobbled up by the Eye of Doom. The second object closest to the Eye of Doom is Fireen itself. So Fireen is a volcanic world despoiled by dragons. The planet's remaining resources are hotly contested, giving rise to tyrants. The temperatures on Fireen plunged dramatically after the sun collapsed, but the planet generates enough of its own heat to keep it from freezing. When the sun collapsed, Doors and Mercanes evacuated thousands of creatures from Faerine. Many of these creatures were deposited onto the 9 moons of En or blown safely to other wild space systems. Millions more creatures were left to be swallowed up by the Eye of Doom. Faerine has one moon left called Krios. Now, Krios is the smaller of Faerine's 2 moons, and it still orbits the planet, but the same thing that happened to Volt will happen to Krios in about a month. So this is just where it currently is. The third object from the Eye of Doom is Malas. Now, Malas was a water world that's now sheathed in ice. Its surface is covered with sheer-sided mountains and deep canyons. A moon-sized spindle of smooth ice believed to be a shard of the planet still orbits Malas. No, it's not shown here. It's a spindle. Shut up. This spindle is home to a nation of highly intelligent but very, very xenophobic Yeti. So they're just probably going to tear your arms off if you go there anyways. That's why I didn't bother showing it. Thanks. Everything else in the system is one of the moons of En. There are 9 left. En was a titanic gas giant. The primordials used the gases of En to produce the crystal sphere that enclosed Doomspace, thus scattering En's 9 moons in the process. So all of the moons now orbit the Eye of Doom, and obviously what's left of En is composed in the giant shards. So the first moon of En is Arun. Arun is a large moon, and it's the home of rampaging Tarrasques. Artoks and other smaller life forms live in the forests that grow on top of Artuk's rocky pillars and plateaus beyond the reach of the Tarrasques. The second moon that we'll check out is Givik. So Givik is another moon of On. And I don't care. Yeah, you're supposed to be helping me, but you suck. Givik, this moon is dotted with sheer mountains that have become home to families of the Arakakra that were evacuated from Faerun. They're more or less the only people you want to talk to here. There are some other things, Barogs, Death Dogs, Gorgons, Hydras, are all around the foothills and the lower regions of the planet. So, if you take a visit to Givik, don't die, because you will certainly die. Well, they can avoid the Tarrasques on our... Shut up. I'm done talking to you. The third moon of On that's orbiting the Eye of Doom is Invar. So Invar is a swirling ball of multicolored gas. Its intense flickering light emanates from the moon's core, creating a sort of celestial beacon. It's the only light that you can see from a distance away. So people use it to kind of help navigate the system. If you know where Invar is, you know where you are. The next moon that we're looking at is Lesk. Lesk is it's the largest of the 9 moons of En, but it's a dark desert. Here, clans of the Shuns eke out a harsh existence. The next moon of En is Shalar. Shalar is an ice moon with a ring of ice crystals circling around its equator. The humans evacuated from Faerun have built large camps on the Shalar's ice caps, and dinosaurs roam the frozen landscape, feeding on the scant vegetation and each other. The next moon of N is Thyrid. Thyrid has deep canyons that crisscross the surface on this giant, dirty ball of ice. It has canyons that are heated by thermal vents, and it happens to be inhabited by a few friendly creatures known as the Brax, Gaj, Megapedes, Remorazes, Saran, Thrycreen, just a ton of good friends here. The next moon of On is Vokath. Vokath is where the action is, as they say. So Vokath is composed entirely of toxic green gas. That's right, it's toxic green gas. So you definitely don't want to go to this planet unprepared. You don't want to just land your spell jamming ship there and just walk out. It could be bad for your health. But it's been renamed in honor of Vokath, the Mercane who was primarily responsible for the evacuation of firing. Shut up. The second to last moon of On is Ishin. So Ishin is a small barren moon covered with black frost and belongs to a miserly adult lunar dragon that abides no solicitors. So if you go there, just expect to die. The last moon of On and the last object in this doomed system is Yort. Yort is a small, cold, swampy moon strewn with the petrified skeletons of Kandori. Humanoid evacuees from Frine have taken to building shelters among their bones. And that covers it for the doomed system of Doomspace. Yes, I'm changing. I just did it. That is all for Doomspace, but I did say I would go back to show you what the system actually looks like if you were to travel there. Thank you, and I have somebody to murder.